So our first question is, what is the No Wrong Door Sustainment Programme designed to do?
Alistair, I'll take the first question. Hi guys, I'm Kieran. I'm an involvement officer with the No Wrong Door Sustainment Programme. So the No Wrong Door Network Sustainment Programme has been designed to strengthen and to support the network's members, that's all of you. So research and evaluations of the network that have been undertaken over the last few years, particularly an evaluation that came out at the start of this year, has shown that staff don't feel like they're part of a network and still aren't working as collaboratively as they would like to be. So we've developed a programme of activities, and I can see some of you in attendance have already taken part in these activities. So that's really great to see you here as well. These activities and regular sessions are designed to bring the network together much more, allowing space for staff to get to know each other better, and that ultimately will improve the experience for clients. So it's all about joint working, partnership working, and our job, myself and Olivia and our team leader Emma, is to encourage greater partnership working between all the different services in the network, and there's multiple ways we do that.
Fantastic, thanks very much. Which leads us on very nicely to those multiple ways. So how is it that you provide this support to frontline workers in the network?
I'm having some problems with my computer. Please bear with me.
Do you want me to take this one, Olivia?
Yeah, go on then, Kieran. Sorry.
That's all right. So there's three parts to the work we're doing to provide support to all of you as frontline workers. The first strand is something called the Let's Talk sessions, and associated with that is the Dropbox, the anonymous Dropbox. So frontline staff have been invited so far, and will continue to be invited until the end of our project, to bi-weekly Let's Talk sessions. These sessions are designed to provide an opportunity for frontline staff to network and to get to know people from other organisations, to share knowledge and best practice, and to highlight any barriers that they experience with their clients. And it's all built around gaining peer support around challenging cases or challenging aspects of the roles that everyone works in. So each session is themed differently. We've had sessions so far on the mental health sort of system in Birmingham, on equality and diversity, on engagement. The next one upcoming is next Tuesday, and it's themed around dual diagnosis. So all different types of themes will come up as the weeks go on. There's space within the Let's Talk sessions and we're encouraging people to become Let's Talk champions and helping facilitate those sessions. That's something we'll talk about a little bit more in the breakout rooms. The next strand to what we're doing is workshops. The team leaders have been offered 5 different workshops on multiple complex needs, and the idea is that team leaders can then add these workshops to new starter inductions and can share them with existing staff to ensure that all frontline staff have a solid foundation of knowledge and can feel confident speaking about the basics of all 4 of the multiple complex needs, not just their own specialism. And then the third strand is multi-agency meetings. So in order to ensure better collaboration across all organisations in the network, we're trying to institute multi-agency meetings as an embedded part of what all services offer. To aid this, there's been training rolled out for team leaders that has to embed multi-agency meetings into service delivery plans. And then also myself and Olivia have been running multi-agency meeting training for frontline staff. If you haven't been invited to that, please get in contact with us at the end of this session, or ask us in the breakout rooms, and we'll make sure you're invited to the upcoming sessions. But thanks to all those who've come so far. We've had lots of people come, and that's a really key part of what we're doing, is to try and make sure that standardly, whenever more than one service is involved in a client's support from within the network particularly, they get together and have an organised meeting, and ideally with the client present, to sort of divide up the exact support work that we're doing with the client and make sure everyone's on the same page. Okay, that's the end. That's the sort of long answer to that question.
Brilliant, thanks very much. And I would say anyone who can attend Let's Talk session, I went to one, the most recent one, and I've got to say I thought it was really just useful discussion, that everyone is able to get their point across, and I think everyone in the session I was sort of learned something and took something away from it. So if you have the time to go to a Let's Talk session, I would really recommend them. I think they're a really useful tool to bring everyone together and share best practice around the different topics. Our next question: how long is the Sustainment program running for?
Hi everyone, my name's Olivia. I am one of the involvement officers alongside Kieran. The Sustainment program will be running until May of next year. However, the activities of the program are designed to carry on after the life of the program. So we're hoping that staff will take over the Let's Talk sessions and embed the MAM training and the having the MAM meetings within their organisations. We again will be looking to recruit Let's Talk champions and multi-agency meeting reps up until May, so they can continue this, as well as the workshops that are being designed as a useful resource for the team leads and can be amended and changed and updated as needed. And this hopefully will benefit all staff within all the organisations within the network.
Fantastic.
That's me.
Thank you very much. This is a question we always find very useful. Are there any myths or misconceptions about your service?
I'll take this one. So a few potential misconceptions is that the first one is that we are the whole of the No Wrong Door network. Obviously, everyone present in this session is part of the No Wrong Door network, or maybe there's some in attendance that aren't formally part of the network, but essentially the network is the multiplicity of agencies that are involved in the network more widely. We're not sort of the sum total of the network. Another misconception is that maybe we manage ICAT. That's Alistair and the team at BVSC manage ICAT. So any queries about ICAT, send them in that direction. Unfortunately, we don't have access to ICAT ourselves at the moment. Another myth might be that we're the navigators. You might remember myself and Olivia and Emma, our team leader, from working for the No Wrong Door Navigator service, which was a frontline service that existed for several years up until earlier this year. We were part of that service before we worked for the programme. So you might remember us from that, but unfortunately we're not able to do any navigation work anymore, despite the sort of the benefits of that service. And tied to that is that we're a frontline service supporting clients. We're here to support you as frontline workers, so we can't take on any clients ourselves, unfortunately. And then a final misconception is that like we're suggesting that we're all knowing, or that we have like all the answers to all the sorts of questions. We're not saying that at all. We're designing and trying to facilitate sessions that allow the sort of vast knowledge from across the different services in the network to all to be sort of cohered into one place and to share that in a sort of peer support way. So our job isn't to sort of lecture anyone on exactly how to do any of the work. It's to allow everyone else to sort of share all of the amazing amounts of like knowledge and examples of good practice that they've got to make ultimately the client's experiences better. So I'd just say come along to one of our sessions, whether that's a multi-agency meeting, training session, or particularly the Let's Talk sessions, to get an idea of what we're trying to do, and to sort of meet other service staff from different agencies who you might not have met before, and build some great links, especially sort of 2 years into a pandemic, where opportunities to sort of network and get to know each other better if you don't work on the same team as someone have been really limited.
That leads us on very nicely to our final question for this section of how do people get involved?
Right, so the programme is entirely designed around staff involvement. The Let's Talk sessions are open to frontline staff every fortnight. You don't have to come to the whole session. You can come for half an hour, 15 minutes, whatever, depending on what day and what you're dealing with in that day, because I know everybody can be really busy. So again, this is a relaxed environment where we can discuss any barriers, issues, problems, any best practice. Team leaders can attend the workshops. We don't allow them to attend the Let's Talk sessions. It's for frontline staff only. And the multi-agency meeting training sessions are going to be running for frontline staff and team leaders. Responding to the anonymous sessions are going to be running for frontline staff and team leaders. Sorry, I'm getting confusing myself. Right,
It's quite
let's
all right.
get that. Within the we send everybody an invite, and within that there's a drop box as well. So if you've got any issues or any problems, any best practice, etc., you can also put them in that drop box, which is completely anonymous. We can't trace it back to anybody. So again, if you can't attend the sessions, you have that option also. You have an option of talking to other staff members who can attend and kind of getting them to feed your whatever it is you want to discuss in that meeting into them. Becoming a man rep and a Let's Talk champion. This has extra benefits for professional development. You can also contact agency involvement officers. You can contact us directly, and any issues or anything you want to talk about, broach, you might think that we should be doing better than we're doing. You might have some input in regards to how we can improve the program. Any kind of input is greatly appreciated and greatly needed. Without your input, as I said earlier, we can't keep this going. So, you know, so far it's been really good, but we are getting a lot of the same staff members attending and, you know, who have got great issues, problems, barriers, best practice to input. But as much people we can get involved as possible. Again, me and Kieran are not like, you know, we know all the answers. A lot of your staff have the answers, have best practice, have, you know, a lot of experience within, you know, like, i.e. housing, i.e. substance misuse, etc. So sometimes a staff member there is having an issue and then another staff member can support them with that issue and, you know, exchange information, email addresses, phone numbers, and then you've got somebody within another service who can help you with that specialised need that a client has got. So it's really, really important and imperative that we get all staff on board, because ultimately when this stops, and me and Kieran most likely go back to being frontline workers, we'd like to know that this is going to carry on for the benefit of the services, you yourselves as frontline staff and the clients. We just want the best for everybody, and we can't stay the same. We have to develop as organisations, and our skills have to develop. And I think, you know, in our experience as navigators, without all the other services involved offering support to the clients and ourselves as staff, we wouldn't have been able to get the great outcomes that we did achieve. So your input is really needed.
Very well put, Olivia. Thank you very much. Kieran's just put in the chat, so if anyone clicks the button for the chat in this Zoom call, he's put himself and Olivia's contact details there. So if you want to get involved in any of the sessions at all, is email just the best way to do that? Dropping you an email saying, can you sign me up for these sessions? Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah. I would say email's the easiest way to go.
So if anyone wants to
I
drop,
didn't realise I'm mute.
that's all right. Kieran or Olivia an email, and they can get you in those sessions.